when we look at some examples which you did, which of course I didn't pen them down, but I was following up and then I understood what you were explaining at that time. Wherein like you give a tuple to that of a list inside the tuple. We look at the forward indexing aspect of finding the values of the elements in the elements in the tuple and that of the list. Then, as well as we talked about sets in Python, but that one like just a brief aspect of it because you said in today's class we'll be looking at sets in Python and operations of sets in Python. I think that's all I can recall because we did just a lot of examples looking at how tuple operation is being done.
Okay, thank you for the brief summary of the class, and we are going to learn the sect. I gave an introduction. We brushed through the net to see some of the examples and also explanation of tuples and sects. So, today we are going to see how we implement sects in Python for data. Okay, so I'm going to create this. What we look on our last class, we declare a sect, we assign a set, also check for the type, and we also look at how we can access in a set, and we say that if a sect has or contain item or list that is mutable, it cannot um, give us our answer because it will produce an error which we say an hashable type. And also sect works with is co uh, colleagues, which is tuple, and tuple is also immutable and sect is also mutable, so they match together. And list is mutable and cannot be associated with sect. So this was the last class we learned, and I'm going to create a new tab which we are going to look on our new topic in sect. So I'm going to create a variable called ABC or A and B. I'm going to create a variable called A and B, A and B and C, and we are going to check for the operation. We are going to check for the operation which is sect operation. Sect operation. So let me write it. Sect operation. So this is what we are doing today. We are working on sect operation. So I'm going to declare three sects A and assign it to a values, and which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to separate it to comma. So So this is our first set, and we are going to create the B. I will assign it to 4, comma 5, comma 6, comma 7, and 8. So this is our second set, and I'm going to assign it to C, which is our third set, and 8, 9, and 10. So are you in class? Are you with me?
When you ever
Yeah,
come, I'll come
I'm
over
with you.
here. They already know who I'm
Okay,
here for.
you can mute your mic now. So, and this set, we are going to check for the operation. First, we are going to look out for the union, and union, union of a set. All elements from both sets with no duplicate. That is union of a set. And for us to get the union, we are going to use, okay, let me run this. Let me run this set. Okay. Now, for us to check for a union, we are going to see A and B. So this sign is used to check for union, and it's a straight, it's a strict, let's say a straight line. We are checking for the union, and union, all elements from both sets with no duplicate. So let me run it and see the union. So these are the union of A, the union of A,
Excuse me, sir.
and the union of B. Okay.
Um, in Python, this something like a line that separates the two sets, set A and set B means union, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I thought it's the same to mathematics.
So this is union, and union union are items with no duplicate, and you see that automatically there's duplicates. In B we have 4, and in A we have 4. So automatically the system splash out or remove one of the 4, and retain one of the 4, and then it compiled the result, which it gave us this list of numbers. So this is how we can work on a set union. Okay, and we are going to see more operations. So this is the first operation. We just see the union, and let me use the hashtag to comment it. Let's say union. So union, this is a union of a set. So union of set. So I've commented. So now let's check for another. Let's see. Okay, now let's see if we can use the function, the method. So this is the normal way. There's the other way to check for union, and this is the other way. We are going to call a dot union. This is a method, union, and we are going to pass in our B. When passing our B, it will give us same with this. I hope you understand.
What's the reason why we put in a dot here or dot union
Okay,
B?
dot union is a method. It's a method. Remember, we said we have a function and a method. At the beginning of our class, I told you that any word that is being attached with a dot that we pass in a parameters is method, but any word stands on its own that collect the parameters is a function. Like example, the print has a function and the print stand on its own. I hope you believe you understand what I've said so far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is an example I just explained to you, and this is the other way to check for a union, and we are going to see some of the operations. We are going to see some of the operation. If you can't use this, you can use this to check for union. So please note it. I hope you are with your writing materials. Hello, I hope you are with your writing materials.
No, I'm not with my book today. I'm using my notepad in my phone.
Okay, please, you have to jot it. You have to jot it, and also, if you cannot jot it, you can also go through our videos to watch it. And so we are going to see the next. We are going to see the next. So, mm, so we want to check for. Um, okay, let's see how we can update. Let's see how we can update this union we just create. Now, update the cell calling the update method with union of A and B and C. So we want to update it to instead of B to C. Let's see how we can update it, or let's add it to this union. Okay, we want to update. Now let's see how we can update. We want to call a dot update, and we are going to update we are going to update A, B, and C. So B, comma C. We are passing the parameter C, which is we want to update C to this union. And let's see our A. And this is how we updated it. I hope you see what we have done. We update the union with C.
Okay. What I want to ask, what is the purpose of updating?
We want to update our union. We have already created a union. We want to update it. We created three variables, right?
Yeah.
We work with A and B. And I want to add this C to the union. So the purpose of updating, in case or maybe you are using a particular set and you have a new set, you don't want to go perform the same union calculation, and you can just add it by updating your current data, which will be C to our original union. I hope you understand. Hello. Hello. Abu, are you in class? Are you still in class? Because I'm not heard the voice. Hello, Abu. Hello, Abu. Are you still there? Hello. Hello, Abu, are you still there? Hello, I guess this network. So kindly join in so that we can move forward. So we are going to move forward and we are going to see some of the operations of um, set, which. So Abu, are you back?
Yeah,
And we are
back.
mute.
It's my network was kind of a bad.
Yeah, I guess so. So we are going to see the intersection, the word intersection. So we want to see how we can intersect. So I'm going to intersect A and B, and for us to intersect A and B, we use the and to intersect, or we use the method called intersection. So we have to we use the and, or we use the intersection. So what do you understand by intersection?
Intersection try to talks about the commonalities between the two or more than two things. Like for
So
example,
yeah,
what you see, what is in this particular set that is also in this other set, or
yes.
if there are more than two sets, then you can deal with three now, four, five. What is common within the
Okay,
sets?
okay. Now let's see how we can intersect. We can either intersect with A and B. This is a way. This is the first way of intersecting and using a and, or we can also use a method called um, intersection. So this is the intersection of A and B, and study it. Let's see the intersection. Okay, we have 4, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 4 and 5. We have this and this. I hope you understand.
Yeah, but why is the six there in the intersection?
Why is it 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are intersecting A and B. So
Mm-hmm.
it will pick item in A and add it that is intersected to B. So let's change it. Let's see if A or B will come first and A will come the last. Let's see this. So and the intersection is what the A have and also the B have. And I don't know if you
Yeah,
understand
because
it.
I don't know if it has a different kind of a definition in Python, because in mathematics, intersection is talking about the commonalities between sets. Like for example, what you
Okay,
can find, what is in A and B, when you put them together, that's give you the intersection of A and B. So that's why I'm asking for the
let's see.
six.
Oh, sorry. Let me run this first. Oh, do you know why it came out like that? It might be
No.
that my final result of this update, maybe the Python is recognizing this A, not this first A.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah.
so look at it.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Well, exactly. That's why I was baffled.
So sorry. When you were like the result was not matching with what you and was saying in mathematics. So I have to recall that I'm using the updates. Okay.
Okay.
So this is intersection, and we can also see some other examples. And uh, let's see the normal intersection. Let's see how we can intersect with this vector. Let's see dot intersection. We are going to pass in B. So this is the other method. When we run it, it will still give us the same result. And
Okay.
so let's move on. We are going to check for difference. So in difference, what do you understand by the word different?
Well,
What do you understand by the word different?
um, in Python, right? Or just
Yeah.
in general?
In Python, the word different, we have two
Yeah,
different.
diff from what I understand as to what we're doing. Difference is like a situation where the elements being returned to its initial or first position where it was.
Yeah. We have
We are like if they are not found in the second set.
okay. Okay, now different is a set of elements that are all only in A but not in B.
Yeah,
If we are using A and B, the difference
yeah.
is what A have,
It it just looks
what
like what I was trying to understand. I was trying to explain. It just looked like after getting the intersection of A and B, then the remaining elements that are not intersecting
okay,
the
okay, yes. It's
yeah.
also the same way. So
Okay.
now for better understanding, or for you to remember, take
Yeah.
this, note it down like a set of elements that only in A but not in B. That is the
Okay.
difference. We have two types. We have a symmetric difference and a difference. So when we go
Okay.
for that,
I want to ask a question.
okay.
Is it like okay? I don't know if you understand mathematics much. Is it like the same as like for example the prime of a set? This
The
difference in
prime,
Python is it the same as the prime of a set in mathematics?
a prime number.
No, the prime of a set, like for example, saying set A prime,
No,
meaning
it's not
that
the same.
okay, no,
It's not the same.
okay, no problem, sir. Let's continue.
It's not the same. So we use minus. We use minus, or we use a different method. I hope you understand.
Yeah. No, I'm getting what you're saying.
We use minus, or we use the difference method. So let's see A dot minus B, and let's see our result. So this is a different. So look at it. So it gave us 1, 2, 3, and let's see our data. And A have 1, 2, 3, and which is not in B. I hope you understand it.
I understand.
So this 1, 2, 3 is the difference between B. So that is how the difference works. So let's see the other method called difference. Let's see A dot difference. Did you see we did not include anything like prime?
Yeah.
So look at it. This is the difference. So let's see the symmetric difference. So what do you understand by symmetric difference? The word symmetric difference.
Is it not talking of the same difference?
Okay, symmetric difference are sect of elements in A and B, but not in both. So all elements that is not in B, that is not in A, and all element that is not in B will make it this the symmetric difference. Okay, so now we can also check the difference between B and A. We can check for the difference between B and A. So this is B and A. That is 6, 7, 8. So B has 6, 7, 8, which A does not have. I hope you understand what I just explained to you.
Yeah.
So, and let's see our symmetric difference. So symmetric difference are all these items. First, A has this item which B do not have, and B have this item which A do not have. So this difference item will make up all the symmetric or make up the symmetric difference of both of them. Okay,
Okay.
so let's check for it and how we can check for symmetric difference. We're going to use symmetric. We are going to use symmetric. Then we are going to use this arith. This is this sign and to check for it. And this is a symmetric. And we can also use the method symmetric, and we are going to pass in B and see the same result. So this is how we can check for symmetric difference. And let's see how we can update symmetric difference. So let's see how we can update a symmetric difference. And for us to update a symmetric difference, we want to see, okay, let's update. So the update cell calling is a symmetric difference method with this symmetric difference which produce the update of a symmetric difference. So let me show you an example for you will have good understand this. So we are going to use symmetric different updates. So symmetric different updates, and we are going to pass in B. So let's see this, and let's see A. See, look at the symmetric different update. This is how we update, and let's then update C. And let's update C. Look at the symmetric update of C. So let's move on to subset, superset, and disjoint. Now let me create a data set, and we want to change the values. So let me copy this, and let me copy this. I'll paste it here. So we have to increase this and to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've already updated to 9, and I'm going to include 3, and I'm going to, okay, this is okay, and I'm going to work with 10, 20, 30, 20, and 30, and 40. So I will run this, and so we want to check if B is a superset, is a subset of A. Now we want to check if it's a subset of A, and let's check. So what do you understand by subset? Hello, Abu.
Yeah, I'm saying a subset is like a kid set or um, a children set to the mother set or the universal set,
Okay,
like a
now
set being
good.
originated from another set.
Okay, good. So this is the first set and the second set. So we are working with B and A. So I'm going to call in B first, and we are going to ask if it's a subset of A. We are checking if B is a subset of A. Now, for us to check if B is a subset of the A, let's see what B are if uh, it is included in A. So we have 3 in B, and 3, we have 4, and 4, we have 5, 5, and so it's a subset. So look at it, it's true. We have seen the subset. Let's see if it's a superset. If B, if A is a superset of B, and now for us to do it, we are going to pass in A and said if it's a superset of, if it's a superset of B,
Okay,
and
this
now
superset also known as universal set, right?
yes, it's a universal set. It's a superset. Yes, true. So it has all the elements of B. So now I want to see if it's C is a disjoint of A. And what do you understand by the word disjoint?
Well,
Oh, disjoint, by the word disjoint. Disjoint.
this joint in mathematics, you're asking me.
Yes. Oh yes, disjoint.
Okay. These joint sets are sets that share no, they have no common elements. Like for example, if the element of A and not the element of B are not present in the set of A, then those two sets are disjoint.
Good. So the disjoint is element that do not belongs to the universal set. So see if it's a disjoint of let's see if C is a disjoint of A. So C dot disjoint is disjoint of A, and it will say true. Yes, it's a disjoint because C do not belongs to A, so the
Yeah.
disjoint. So let's see if B is a disjoint of A. It will say false because B have all the elements of A. So it's a disjoint, so it's false, and we have seen it, and so now we can sum our results. We can check for the minimum, and we can check for the maximum, and we can sort. So let's print A. Let's see A. So this A, so we want to check for the sum of A, and we are going to use the sum, and we are going to pass in A. So this the sum is a method, it's a function in Python. So we are summing it now. it will submit. Everything is 45. We are going to check for the maximum. We are going to check for the maximum of A, and the maximum. So we are going to check, because I use a lowercase, it will not recognize A. So I will use uppercase, and we are going to check for maximum of A, and the maximum here is 9. And we can also check for the minimum. Can also check for the minimum. We are checking for the minimum, which is 1. So this is the minimum. We can check for the length. The length, how many digits, and we are going to check for length. So we have a length. Okay, now this is the length. So we can check for this, we can sort it and all. So, and that's end and set. So today we are going to see how we can use the input and the input function. So the input is used to accept, um, to accept item, or to accept item from users. For example, have you ever log into Facebook and you see you input values or digits to a text box, it will accept it.
Yeah, it looks, yeah, it kind of looks like I've done something like that.
So let's see how we can use the inputs, and we are going to create a variable name called num1. We want to add two numbers using the inputs. We are going to use num1, and we are going to say inputs. Then we are going to say enter the first number, and first number, or we want to add concatenate two words together, two names. Okay, enter the first name, first name, first name. So, and we are going to copy this. We are going to change the variable name to first name, and first name, and we are going to say second name, enter the second name, so by default, when we use this Python recognize it as string value. So if we want to accept the integer value, we have to convert this input to integer. So let's see this first before we can move on. So we are going to work with the last name. So we are going to work the last name. So last name. So we are going to enter it as enter last name. So now let's compile the full name together, and we are going to say full name, meaning full name comprises of the first name, the first, second, and last name. So instead of me using the second name, I will use the middle name, or middle name, middle name, that is the second name. And so the full name, I hope you are following.
Yeah, I'm following.
So we are going to say first, we are going to call in our first name, we are going to concatenate it with plus, and we are going to create a space, which is this, and we are going to concatenate it with the middle name. And so by default, the input comes in which it will be recognized as a string, and I want you to note it down that by default the input is recognized as a string. So as if you want to accept an integer value, you have to convert it to integer. So last name. So I hope you are with your laptop. You are going to work with me. You are going to share your screen, and we are going to look out for Google and different meanings. Okay. Now we are going to see full name.
Okay.
So now this is our first coding. Let's say coding like practical examples. We have worked through the meanings of list and all, some of the things we need to know. Now this is the real life reality where we apply those things we have been working on. So now this is it. It will tell me to enter my first name. My first name, I'll say, okay, now my first name is Moses, and my second name, okay, I will separate it with okay, I'll separate it with I'm coming. Let me separate it with this column. So I don't like the way it came out, and which is being jam packed. And so let me run it again and see. Now I'm going to say Moses and my second name, and let's use Chukwudike, and my last name is Okore. So now this is my full name, and now let me change it to give us a better result. And I'll say I'll use okay, before I introduce you to printing, different type of printing, then let's see this. I hope you have seen this little program we just created.
Yeah.
So, so this is it. Now, let me copy this. Let me copy this, and let's create something different, and let's accept accept integer values. Now we are going to say num1, num1, num2, num2, and num3, and we are going to say sum. We are going to pass in our sum1 and num1, and we are going to add them together with num2, and we are going to add it together with num3, and we are going to print out the sum. So we are going to say enter the first number, enter first number to be added. Okay, now we are going to copy this second number in the last number. Okay, now we have created this, and now we want to convert this. Watch this, and we are going to use the int, then we are going to convert it to integer now. So this is a method of converting. We are going to say int. We have converted the inputs to integer. We can also convert it as float. So this is the conversion method. Okay, and this is it. And we are going to accept our first value as 23, 25, and 26. So the 73 is our result. This is a simple calculator. Then you can also do this, and we can get for the sum. You can get for the sum the subtraction, subtracts, and let's use this, and which we are going to use the minus. You can also do it for the division. Let's say this. Let's use this as a variable name. I'm going to do this like this, num1 slash. So you can also do for multiplication. For multiplication, let's say more. Let's say num. So num2, and we are also going to do it for num3. So this, now we are going to print our sum. Print this. We are going to print this, and we are going to print the subtraction. Hello, are you still in class with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
I hope you are following.
Yeah, I'm following.
Now we are going to see this. So, and this is our first example in simple calculator. We are going to add, we are going to impute our first number, which is, let's say 25, 23, 28, 23, and 50. So it already divide it for us, subtract it for us, multiply it for us. I hope you see the final output.
Yeah, I'm seeing them.
So before we go further, let's research on these three words I want to tell you. So can you share your screen for us?
Okay.
So you share it to Google directly. Okay.
Are you seeing it?
Yes, I'm seeing your screen. So I want you to go to Google directly.
So what do you want me to search?
Okay, I'm not seeing the place you want to search. Can you share your screen to that?
Okay, let me share my full screen.
Okay. Uh, Search for different type of printing formats in Python. Different type of printing formats in Python.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah.
So scroll up. Let's see. Scroll up. Okay. Did you see the first method? We have the old style formatting, which we can format like this. And I hope you are seeing it.
Yeah,
This is
I'm seeing it.
the old style formatting. We have the string formatting, which is this. This is string formatting, and we also have scroll down, and we also have f string formatting, which is the lateral formatting. So scroll down again. So that's all. And I just want to introduce you to how we can print different type of printing statements because we have been using just the print. We have not gone through the printing statement. So this is a printing statement. So I want you to okay. Let's see. Let's see how we can check. Let's check for cases and cases in Python, like Kamen case. You search for cases in Python, cases in Python. And so we have, hello, no, not this, Kamen case. So let's search for Kamen case. Search for Kamen case. Search, okay, please search for Kamen case, snake case, and
Are you spelling?
case, Kamen case, camel, CLEML. No, CL, CEL.
You got bang, bang.
CEA, CEA,
Damn.
It's not
A. Remove the E, CEA.
CEAMEL.
I don't got no cold
Okay,
water.
go for the first
I don't.
suggested.
I had to jump. You think
Look
I'm
at it
running?
down.
Kevin, stop giving me that feeling, bro. If I beat your
I'm
ass.
not running. Stop lying.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my network. I've searched for it
Go up.
already.
Remove the E. Instead of E, put A. Is A. CAM. CAM. Not CAM.
So,
Remove the
cuz,
E.
you look like my
Okay,
cousin.
run it.
You look,
Run
tell
it.
me you don't look like my cousin. Look at the beard and everything. Look at AB. Tell me he don't look like you.
So your network, we have to wait for your network to load it.
I don't know what happened. My network is kind of bad today.
Like it.
You have data.
Yeah, I have. See, you see, it's connected. I have it.
Okay.
I'm using
And
Xfinity.
Yeah. I'm gonna
okay.
so I can walk to the store with
Have you installed your Chrome? I think it's
No,
from your browser.
I had to wash
no,
it
I
in the
have not
burner.
installed my Chrome yet.
You got a jacket or what you got
You want to install it. So now let me stop.
Okay, it's here now. It's here. It's here. It's here.
Okay, look at it. Cayman case.
Mm-hmm. Camel
And
case. Yeah.
now start from the beginning and read through for us.
We have in here variants of camel
No,
case.
go up, screw up. Yes. In Python.
In Python, camel case is a naming convention where the first word is lowercase and
Okay.
each.
Okay, now please just copy the naming convention. Search for a naming convention in Python. We have different type of naming convention. From the naming convention, copy it,
I don't have to walk over there.
replace it to that Cayman case. Replace the Cayman case
God damn!
at the search, at your search.
They came out
Replace
of
it with
face
the
five
Cayman.
and 99 years. It ranges from 5 years to 99 years.
Remove the case. Remove the cases. Remove the cases. Okay, and search. Okay, search.
What was your last night?
Okay, now this is the naming convention. Let's go through.
He worked again this night.
In Python, naming conventions are essential for writing clean, readable, and maintainable code. Here are commonly follow convention. We have the first one, variables and functions. Use snake case. Words are lowercase and separated by underscores. Example,
So,
user underscore name calculates underscore total.
so this is snake case is used for easy readability and all when you are naming variables and all. So I just want you to have a good idea or good knowledge when you are okay. Please, I'm still you working on it.
Okay.
So I want you to have a good knowledge of how we can name our variables,
Why
not
you
the
put the
way I
water
name
back in there? You got fur.
when you
Okay.
are working
You
or
lazy.
coding. When you are coding, you have to have the way you name your variables
I
so
don't know
that
one.
you always have
Yeah.
a good pattern of coding. So scroll down.
Then you get mad when you don't got no cold water.
So go
No.
up. You have First of all, we have the variable and function, which is uses the snake case. We have the constant. Look at it,
Right in front of my
which
hand.
uses the upper cases with underscores. So scroll down,
Okay.
and we have the Pascal's case. The Pascal's case is also called the Carmen case, and this is how we use the Carmen case.
That'll be the day that you stop
So,
working.
example is a user profile, which the letters, the first
Break your
letters are
fingers.
in caps. And
Keep messing with
scroll
me.
up
I will
again.
break your fingers when I put your food fingers.
No, not that.
Ah!
Scroll down. So these are all the naming